Hi everyone, I'm going to make this tutorial about my foundation routine, how I apply my foundation, what I use as a base and what I apply afterwards as a highlight and a contour, and how I apply it, what I apply most of the time on daily basis. So I hope you like this video, check it out, and I'll see you later. Bye! Today is a really hot day in Belgium, so I really need to prime my face, but actually I do this almost every day because I want my makeup to stay all day and I want my makeup to look good in the evening too. And when I don't use a primer, I have more of an oily skin, so then my skin becomes shiny. I apply the primer mostly on my T-zone, my forehead, my nose, the beginning of my cheeks and my chin, and then the rest I'm pulling outwards for the rest of my face. It's very personal which foundation you choose. You have to try a lot of different ones to see which one is best for you and which one stays all day. I use a lot of foundations, but most of the time I mix them with the Estee Lauder Maximum Cover because I think I have a little bit of acne scars on my face. I will zoom in a little bit. It's a little bit more pigmented, a little bit more brown. Around my nose it's a little bit reddish, and on my forehead I also, these aren't freckles, these are really darker pigmentation spots. But for me, my skin is still the one thing that I think I really need to improve, and I want to camouflage a little bit. To apply your foundation, a brush always gives the nicest results. A brush doesn't soak up a lot of product. Always start by gently swiping your brush over your cheek downwards, because you have facial hair. It's blonde, it's not visible, it's just a little bit of hair, but when you swipe it in the other direction, the hairs will be more visible. So you have to swipe downwards. And then you can start dabbing with little circular movements. Blend it out towards your ear, a little bit over your ear, and towards your hairline. Never stop at the line of your neck, so always blend out the foundation to your neck. Always apply some foundation onto your eyelids because that's a really good base to apply your eyeshadow. Most of the time your eyelids are a little bit greasy, so if you don't place anything underneath your eyeshadow, then your eyeshadow will crease. So you have to apply a little coat of foundation and afterwards a little bit of powder. Translucent powder is the best to blend your eyeshadow. Then I take a tissue and I go over my lips. Sometimes you hear women putting a little bit of foundation over their lips because they say it's a really good base to apply their lipstick. But for me, I have pretty dry lips, and I always see that when I put foundation over my lips, it really gets cracked. I really can see the dry spots on my lip. I think for me it's because I use a really dense foundation, a really high coverage foundation, and that's a little bit more dry, so it cracks up. If you have a BB cream or something, or a foundation that's really light or really fluid, then you can apply it maybe over your lips. I also go with the tissue through my eyebrows, because if there's a little bit of foundation into your eyebrows, then your eyebrows, for me, they look orange. And you see, a lot comes off. Then it's time to apply some concealer. My concealer that I use most of the time is a liquid concealer, so I apply this first before I start with any powders. Always apply your concealer in a triangle shape. A lot of women apply their concealer in a round shape and they follow the contour of their dark circles. When you have white circles here, then it's more visible that you have covered up your dark circles. So always go with your concealer a little bit lower. You also apply a little bit of concealer onto your nose, if you have a bigger nose. If you have a really small nose, then it's not really necessary. In the middle of your forehead, between your eyebrows, on your cupid's bow, and in the middle of your chin. Why do we do this? Because it's important that the middle of your face is highlighted. You can make a heart shape form like this, and everything that's in the middle of that has to be highlighted and is naturally a lighter color. Most of the time I dab the concealer in with my fingers. Always dab, because if you rub, then you rub the concealer away. If I have excess of product, then I also put a little bit onto my eyelids. All the way up to my brow bone, because it has to be lighter there. I'll apply bronzer. This NARS brush already has the shape that my contour will be, so it's a really handy brush. Don't go all the way to your lips, leave a space open, and when you want to blend it out, you just pull it up a little bit. Don't ever put your contour too low. You can always clean up your contour with your foundation brush that you just have used. And apply some contouring color on the sides of your nose. Really draw a straight line and your look will appear more straight and more narrow. And contour your forehead. This you do because it's a really natural look. It's like the sun just hit your face. And a little bit below your lip, so your lip will look fuller. Then with a translucent powder I set all this liquid and all this powder foundation. Because this powder is translucent, I'm going to place it in the middle of my face, where the color is lighter. Then for the finishing touch, apply a little bit of blush. My favorite is a really pink blush on the apples of my cheek, and then blend it in with your contour. You can also apply some highlight, the lightest color, on the bridge of your nose, on your cupid's bow, and onto your cheekbones. I know this is a full face makeup, but for me the foundation is the most important thing. I will go out of my house like this. I will go out of my house with perfect skin, but with no makeup on my eyes, because my skin for me is my weakest point and I like to cover it up. So I really hope you liked this video about priming your face, your foundation, your contour, your highlight. If you have questions, please ask them below. I will be happy to comment them. I am now going to do my eye makeup and I'll make a different movie about it. So see you later, bye!